Everybody knows the value of a great warm-up to get our muscles activated, to get our blood pumping. But what we need to add to our warm-up if we're gonna do some kicking is a primer. A primer is used for specialized movement. So if I'm a boxer and I'm getting ready to do a heavy boxing workout, I might start with jumping rope or running some laps and doing some ladder work. Ultimately, I need to prepare to punch, which means I'm gonna be doing some work on my shoulder mobility to prepare me to throw those techniques with power and efficiency without throwing out my joint. We have a specialized primer that we like to use for our kicking, and it takes us through all the different positions that our hip is gonna be in for these basic kicks. Now to start our primer, we're gonna start by opening and closing our hips a little bit with a bent leg, with an open leg, so like an inside and outside crescent kick to begin with. And then the main part of our primer is gonna be looking at the different chamber and retraction positions for our kicks and running us through those positions. Position number one is set up for our front kick. So for this one, we lift our knee, and from here I'm gonna grab my shin and I'll pull my shoulders back as I press my knee forward, getting me a nice good push in the hip and stretching that out, preparing me for some front kicks later on. Position number two that we like to use is going to be preparing for our side kick, and this is where I'm going to chamber for that side kick by pulling the knee up, getting my heel in line, and then I can either pull the knee or I can even pull the heel and get that in position and just get it nice and tight, get that crunch in my side there, and again, get those hips ready to fire. Position number three is for our round kick, and so for this one, we're gonna chamber that knee up, but this time it'll point towards my target, and I'll pull my knee back into position, leaning back, keeping this hand in guard, and allowing that hip to open up. This one is especially nice when you're getting ready to do any kind of round kick or hook kick work. All of these different kicking positions can be done as a floor drill, where we're moving down the floor. They can also be done by holding onto objects for balance, and that would be all just fine. One thing to remember though is that we're not necessarily trying to prepare ourselves to kick higher, we're trying to warm up our hips to kick through the full range of motion of the technique. So even if we're planning on kicking low, it's great to do this primer to get us all energized and ready to rock and roll for our workout.